time for your midday fix of facts and spicy side.
From breaking headlines to vacuum whisper.
All served hot and fresh. Hello there, I'm Monique Tuzon.
I'm Ferdi Salvador. Glad to have you with us.
I'm Mai Rodriguez. This is the Daily Dish.
And I'm Chal Lontoc. Join us in the next hour and a half where the news meets the stories that matter to you.
All right, let's open the show with a birthday greeting.
Happy birthday,
producer
Noel.
Noel, happy birthday. We wish you all the best, and I hope you enjoy your much-deserved break.
Keep rocking and rolling.
Exactly, he's gonna rock today
He
for his
left
birthday.
so that he doesn't have to make papansit today.
Actually, so he owes us when he's back.
Yes, we hope to see you back on Monday.
Mai,
Anyway,
what's going on with the ICI?
Big news there. You know that Babes Singson resigned as commissioner of the ICI, and now we have so many reactions coming in from various sectors and even the Senate. And also, Babes Singson faced the press this morning, and he had a bit of a Q&A, and he came out with a statement. It's mostly for personal reasons as well. The whole thing is taking a toll on his health.
Well, I can't wait for your report on that.
Hannity will be reporting to us.
Hannity will be reporting. But you know what? More news coming from Miss Universe.
doesn't
It
stop.
never stops. It's like
Exactly.
news after news after news. I'm like, what's happening, Ferdi?
I don't know. I mean, this is just insane.
So
Like,
apparently, now what though, filed a criminal complaint against Miss Universe Fatima Bosch, if I'm not mistaken.
For defamatory statements against the institution.
The one who filed the complaint against her is somebody from another pageant organization.
No,
Is
now
that
what's the
correct?
owner?
No,
right?
what?
Now, what's the owner who also has a case?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you see how crazy it is.
Everybody
Right
has
now.
a case.
Everyone is filing against everyone
I wonder how Miss Universe will be next year.
to uphold its brand and still be. But you know,
A
at the end of the
Filipino
day,
needs to buy it.
Filipinos will always love the institution, the pageantry itself. So I hope they fix themselves already.
So before the year ends, we might see a change in ownership, or
You know
when
what,
we reach
Mai?
2026,
That's a great
26?
question. I mean, it's inevitable that there are changes there because, you know, Miss Universe is a global institution and it's important that, you know, they have to be trusted.
Yeah, that it maintains its credibility.
And right
Absolutely.
now, it's looking a bit dark, but I hope a Filipino, if you're watching, I mean, our viewers are Filipinos naman, you guys should buy Miss Universe.
That would be the
Casual,
dream.
no?
Okay.
Just buy it.
Some good news these holidays, or this holidays rather. We have MMFF, of course, the Metro
the
Manila Film
parade.
Festival. And here at the Daily Dish, we've been guesting a few of these stars who have films.
Yeah, who have entries in
Exactly.
the MMFF.
So, of course, we're always looking forward to that happening on December 19. It will
The
start.
parade of stars.
Yeah, so we have the floats, we have the stars on them, and more importantly, the movies, the proudly made Filipino movies.
I hope
Movies
this
look
time
good.
around also, tangkilikan ng Filipino viewers
Sariling
ang
atin,
MMFF.
yeah.
Yes.
Correct. But you know, yesterday we had such a fun interview with Enrique.
Even after the
you
show,
should have
the
seen it
live.
behind the
The chaos.
scenes, folks. It was really funny, but
He
thanks,
was so
Enrique.
sweet.
Yeah, and
I loved having him.
grabe, our hula yesterday, our psych.
Also
Oh,
that,
wow.
crazy.
Folks, I'm sure I'm preempting this, and I'm sure Miss Arnie's gonna kill me, but we spoke in depth with Jay Costura, and you guys will be blown away. But that's for another day. I just want to give you guys a little taste
So
of
some
that.
of his
teaser.
predictions, right? Big
Her predictions are wild.
for next year.
Yes,
That's a
yeah,
lot.
but we're gonna show that to you guys in the next couple of weeks.
Also,
but
what he said to me gave me the creeps,
She.
and also, yes, I was shocked.
I almost cried.
No. Even after the show, and also on the drive home, and also when I was home, I
I mean,
called
I
my
think
mom
Yes.
because of what
everyone
she
was
said.
shocked.
yes,
Yes.
everyone's scared. Even our floor director Eileen.
Yeah, she didn't make hula
I-
at all. She was scared.
No, she
especially
did.
when it involves
Wow.
somebody, your health, or someone you love. When it involves that, diba?
Yeah, but it's super well. At least, you know, we've got information. We know what to deal with, di ba?
And I think it's a good guiding point lang, like
Yes.
what she says.
Take it with a grain of salt
Yeah.
always, but
Yes.
whether you believe in it or not, you know, it's also good to. Data is queen, so it's always
Yeah.
nice to be informed.
And talking about queens,
Oh, yes,
It's
and
we've got
artists.
an artist,
Yeah.
Women for Women. Okay, that's British-Filipina artist Rachel Le Roux, who's going to be live on the set today. And Chal and Mo will be talking about her art and how she started.
I
but
love her
first,
work, and I
Mai.
know she's focusing on women in motion, and it shows in her artwork. And those stories, that conversation will be coming up. But first, we have the headlines.
This is my daily dish. This is my daily dish. This is my daily dish. My daily dish. My daily dish.
In today's headlines, more reactions on the resignation of former DPWH Secretary Rogelio Singson from the Independent Commission for Infrastructure. Some senators say the commission may soon become ineffective. Retired Supreme Court Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio reveals former Finance Secretary Ralph Recto could be liable for plunder. Carpio claims Recto ordered the remittance of billions of pesos from PhilHealth and the PDIC, triggering the release of funds for flood control projects. Newly crowned Miss Universe 2025 Fatima Bosch faces a criminal complaint after the president of Miss Grand International accused her of making repeated defamatory statements against him. And later on in the show, we'll talk to British-Filipina painter Rachel Le Roux about what she's working on and an upcoming exhibit. Our top story, lawmakers lament the resignation of Rogelio Babe Singson amid the ongoing ICI investigation into the flood control scandal. Our Hannah T is reporting live from the Senate. Hannah, what are we hearing from our senators today?
The sudden resignation of former Secretary Babe Singson is a significant loss to the Independent Commission for Infrastructure. That's according to Finance Committee Chair Win Gatchalian. Singson, one of the members of the ICI tasked to investigate massive corruption in flood control projects, has stepped down effective December 15. Gatchalian says Singson is known as a man of integrity with technical expertise in government projects and that the ICI should immediately find a replacement of the same caliber to avoid losing momentum in the fight against corruption. Singson's exit comes at a critical moment for the commission, which has been facing intense public pressure to recommend filing of definitive cases against lawmakers, DPWH officials, and contractors implicated in the flood control scandal. Singson, now 77 years old, resigned due to the intense pressure of the job and over security concerns. He said the work had taken a toll on his health and that he was not used to the level of risk surrounding the investigation. Singson served as DPWH Secretary under late President Noynoy Aquino and is seen as one of the country's well-known figures in infrastructure governance. In the House of Representatives, questions are growing about whether political interference is limiting how far the ICI can go. The Makabayan bloc said the timing of his resignation just about a week after Zaldico's allegations implicating the president, former Speaker Martin Romualdez and Representative Sandro Marcos in billions of insertions raises concerns that the anti-corruption drive has reached its political limits. There's also growing worry that without an enabling law, the ICI may soon become ineffective. Two bills that would have given the commission broader investigative powers have not been certified as urgent, with only a few session days left before Congress adjourns. Mai?
Hannah, I believe there's also a push there in the Senate for the government to create an independent body similar to the ICI. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, Mai, there's actually a bill here in the Senate proposing the creation of an independent body similar to the ICI. Under Senate Bill 1215 of Senate President Tito Soto, the proposed Independent People's Commission, or IPC, would be a permanent, non-partisan investigative body focused solely on corruption and anomalies in government infrastructure projects. The IPC would have very broad powers. First, it can investigate any infra project, including flood control, school buildings and roads, whether national or local, or even projects undertaken by GOCCs. It can also identify responsible individuals in both the public and private sectors, and it can recommend criminal, civil, or administrative charges to the Ombudsman. The Commission would also have law enforcement powers. It may issue subpoenas, compel the production of documents, administer oaths, access all government records without restriction, conduct public and private hearings, and just like the ICI, it would submit a final public report to both the President and the Congress, identifying those found culpable and recommending systemic reforms. In short, this Senate proposal creates an ICI-like body with even clearer powers, no, from full access to records, strong subpoena powers, direct charge recommendations, and a mandate to clean up infrastructure projects nationwide. Back to you, Mai.
So Hana, narinig naman natin yung appeal ni former Secretary Babe Singson kanina. He needs the support of both houses of Congress and also from other government institutions for more teeth nga dito sa ICI. At also yung sinasabi niyang measure para magkaroon nga ng maraming mas makapangyarihan nga itong body na to na nag-iimbestiga sa flood control corruption scandal. Ano ang maaasahan from the Senate and also even from the lower house? Maaasahan ba to before the year ends?
Tama, Mai, no? Actually, yan din yung tanong natin kay SP Soto regarding dun nga sa call ni former Secretary Singson na mas strengthen pa itong ICI, at dahil meron din siyang similar na call itong si SP Soto na which is yung IPC or Independent People's Commission na nabanggit ko nga kanina. Tinanong natin siya about that. Sinabi niya it's precisely what he is also pushing for mula pa nung August nung final niya itong panukalang ito. So we've yet to find out if dito sa mga natitirang araw ng Kongreso ngayong Desyembre, kasi we're expecting more or less 2 weeks na lang yung natitira para sa Kongreso bago sila mag-adjourn, at next year na ulit yung balik nila. Kaya antabayan natin kung itong dalawang panukala sa House at ito namang panukala sa Senate ay gagalaw ba before December ends. Back to you, Mai.
Hana, as to who can replace him, are there any names that have come up already from your end?
From the Senate's part, Mai, so far wala pang nabibring up na name. Pero kanina nung nag-press conference itong si former Secretary Singson, parang sa huli nating monitoring, wala pa namang name na nagka-come up. No? So we've yet to find out sino ba yung mga namamataang posibleng pumalit sa kanya. Mai?
Thank you. Hana T. reporting live from the Senate. The resignation of Rogelio Babe Singson from the Independent Commission on Infrastructure is a major blow to the agency. That's according to former lawmaker Attorney Neri Colmenares. In an interview on BNC's At the Forefront, Colmenares said this will further erode the credibility of the ICI. Several bills are being pushed in both houses of Congress seeking to boost the powers of the ICI or create a new entity altogether.
In the first place, the independence of the ICI for many is not really credible. No? They were appointed by Malacanang, and so far, the way they acted, it's really like, are we not in a hurry here? And then they're not transparent. In fact, their rules and their guidelines is more protective of the one being investigated than public interest. They only agreed to live stream later on, but selective pa. Kahit na granted yan, pag the first few sentences mo sa executive session, parang wala namang anything executive about it. The ICI should now, let's go back to public. No, they don't have that in their regulation. So they're more protective of the one investigated than the people that wants them investigated.
Another House member seeks a better replacement for Rogelio Singson at the ICI. Joan Manalo is reporting live from Quezon City. Go ahead, Joan.
My House Infrastructure Committee co-chair Terry Ridon says the ICI should find a suitable replacement for resigned ICI member Rogelio Singson, someone with the same technical expertise and integrity. Ridon acknowledges that Singson's resignation is a setback to the ongoing fact-finding investigation of the ICI, particularly on flood control projects. He underscored the importance of having a diverse set of members within the ICI to ensure that proceedings remain efficient efficient and effective. Ridon also challenged the ICI to impose stricter rules governing executive sessions after some congressmen invited to the hearings requested closed-door sessions. He noted that in both the House and the Senate, executive sessions are reserved only for matters involving national security and state secrets. But in the case of the ICI, he pointed out that discussions revolve solely around flood control projects, issues that do not warrant executive privilege. Ridon also stressed that invited congressmen and other officials should appear before the ICI without the need for an executive session, saying that public accountability is part of their duty as public servants. With this, Ridon also calls for the urgent or the immediate passage of the ICAIC bill. He hopes that the measure can be approved on second reading before the House adjourns for its break this month. Ridon further emphasized that if Congress is committed to this reform, the lawmakers should be able to deliver within the month, adding that he expects the bill to be taken up on the plenary floor by next week. Mai.
Thank you, Joan Manalo, live from the Batasang Pambansa. Former DPWH Secretary and ICI Commissioner Rogelio Babe Singson has addressed his resignation from the commission. He says health and privacy reasons prompted his exit, and he denies claims of political pressure or threats. On the line is Ryan Reloban from Abante. Hi, Ryan.
My former Department of Public Works and Highways or DPWH Secretary and Independent Commission for Infrastructure ICI Commissioner Rogelio Babe Singson has clarified the reason behind his resignation from the commission. This comes amid various reports circulating on social media, including claims that Singson was dissatisfied with the direction of the investigation into the controversial flood control project. In a press conference this morning, Singson said the primary reason for his resignation as ICI commissioner was his medical condition. Because of the stressful nature of the work, Singson said, "My 77-year-old body cannot take it anymore." He revealed that he has been in and out of the hospital, undergoing multiple medical examination, and for the first time in his life has been prescribed maintenance medication for his heart, high blood pressure, cholesterol, and other health concerns. Singson added that his family is not accustomed to the intense stress and security consideration that come with the job, and they want to return to a normal life. He also explained that from the start, he and ICI Chairman Andres Reyes had agreed that he would only serve for 3 months, and he believes that he has already completed the work he needed to do for the commission. Singson clarified that he did not experience political pressure, nor he did not receive any security or death threats. He added that he has assured Chairman Reyes that he remain available should the commission still need his services. Singson also said that he has not yet spoken with President Bongbong Marcos. When asked what qualification his possible replacement should have, he said the next commissioner should have knowledge of the justice system. Meanwhile, he appealed to the Senate and the House of Representatives to pass the proposed Independent People's Commission and Independent Commission Against Infrastructure Corruption, when he said he will strengthen ICI authority in investigating these anomalies. Back to you, Mai.
Alam ko ang sinabi niya, he wants his private life back. Kaya Ryan, pakilarawan naman sa amin, paano dinescribe ni former Secretary Babe Singson yung malaking pagbabago sa buhay niya at sa kanyang pamilya after joining the ICI?
May according kay Commissioner Singson, nasabi nga niya, yung asawa din talaga daw niya yung nagsasabi na kailangan bumalik na sila sa normal na pamumuhay. Kaya nga isa din sa mga dahilan kung bakit siya nagbitiw na sa pwesto bilang ICI Commissioner ay yung malaking factor na dahilan ay yung asawa niya dahil nga marami na din siya na natatanggap na mga pambabatikos na di umano'y dahil nga sa patuloy na investigasyon nitong flood control project. Kaya gusto na niyang bumalik sa normal na pamumuhay. At isa din yun sa naging factor din talaga yung kalusugan niya. Kaya sinasabihan or ina-advise din talaga din siya ng asawa niya na umalis na dito sa ICI.
Ryan, during the Q&A, tinanong ba siya kung sino ang pwedeng pumalit sa kanya sa ICI?
Tinanong ng media yan kung sino yung possible na pwedeng pumalit sa kanya as an ICI commissioner. Sabi naman niya kung sino yung pipiliin ni President Bongbong Marcos ay tatanggapin at maluwag para sa kanya. Pero isa sa mga nakikita niya na dapat may qualification daw bilang ICI commissioner ay may kinalaman or may idea or may knowledge sa justice system.
Alright, maraming salamat, Ryan Reloban of Abante reporting. Davao City Representative Paulo Duterte says he will not appear before the ICI, claiming it has no jurisdiction over him. In a social media post, he accused the commission of being a political tool of President Marcos, targeting him, his sister, Vice President Sara Duterte, and even their father, former President Rodrigo Duterte. Congressman Duterte also urged the ICI to investigate President Marcos following allegations of kickbacks from resigned Congressman Zaldico. He added that flood control projects in his district have been properly inspected by the DPWH and the Commission on Audit, insisting that Davao City has nothing to hide. Retired Supreme Court Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio claims former Finance Secretary and now Executive Secretary Ralph Recto ordered the remittance of billions of pesos from PhilHealth and the Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation, triggering the release of funds for flood control projects. He tells Bilyonaryo news channels On Point about 167 billion pesos were diverted to the Bureau of Treasury to fund unprogrammed appropriations. Carpio says Recto could be liable for plunder and technical malversation.
Technical malversation is a situation where the law, there is a law saying that this money should be used to build schoolhouses. You use the money to build a bridge. You did not steal a single centavo. That is technical malversation because the law says you build a house, schoolhouse. And that's a law. You have to obey that because the law says this should be used only for operations of PhilHealth. You used it for flood control.
Carpio also insists PhilHealth didn't have excess funds and that only the president can transfer savings from one item to another under the law.
If you talk of excess, that means you don't need it for that year. But so many hospitals have not been paid. So many private hospitals are closing because PhilHealth has not paid them.
Carpio says PhilHealth and PDIC funds should be restored using money returned by those involved in the flood control scandal. Lawmakers are unafraid to commit corruption because they share the same color as the president. This comes amid the ongoing flood control corruption scandal. Speaking on BNC's The Spokes, former COA Commissioner Heidi Mendoza said that clearance of fund release seems to pass through without much scrutiny.
Ngayon ba, itong mga lawmakers ba, sa tingin mo takot sila? Dahil kasi parang ang feeling nila, lahat na nasa gobyerno involved. So sabit-sabit tayo.
Ito, tahas ang pagsasabi. Hindi takot, parehas sila ng collar. Parehas sila ng sinusuot, di ba? Bakit hindi sila takot? Kita mo naman, walang kahirap-hirap ang confirmation ngayon, di ba? Hindi ko katulad na kulang nilang magnubina ako ng palood at palakad at balik-balik.
You're saying that the present crop of COA commissioners
breeze.
No kidding.
Diba? Oo, walk in the park, di ba?
So
Mendoza adds COA Commissioner Mario Lepana's involvement comes as no surprise, but she admits it is deeply discouraging that the agency stayed silent despite knowing what was happening.
Yung appointing authority, pag nag-appoint ka, binabasa yan ng baba. Sabi ko nga, once na in-appoint mo, si Lipana, di ba? The message is clearly written in the wall. Hanap buhay na. I am not surprised that his wife is implicated because I think that ito siguro to put it on the right, many of the auditors na nakakausap ko, they're saying na, ma'am, ibang-iba na yung ano ngayon. So, when I say iba, anong nangyari? Well, alam mo na, meron ng mga superpower, yun ang term nila, super M.
As the country faces a huge corruption mess, President Bongbong Marcos faced members of the press and appealed for their support to fight another battle, this time against fake news. Here's Ivy Reyes for the full story on the Malacanang Press Club's year-end fellowship.
In a speech before the press, President Bongbong Marcos calls on the media for help in combating fake news peddlers, or as he calls them, crazy conspiracy theorists.
But what we need really to work together on is the fake news.
PBBM then added how fake news peddlers undermine the media industry by distorting public discernment through baseless claims.
And so, kung ano yung sinusulat nyo, kung ano yung pinapalabas ninyo, comes from that experience, from that knowledge, hopefully comes from that wisdom that you have already acquired over that long period of hard work. But now, suddenly, it is your writings, your opinions are equal in importance and credibility to these crazy conspiracy theories.
Fake news has taken too much space, and the public should be drawn away from the crazy mind game played by disinformation, PBBM said. The president also opened his speech by referencing the corruption scandal, which has now seen investigations pile up among the ranks of the administration, including Senators Francis Cheese Escudero, Mark Villar, and Jinggoy Estrada, the newest names in the roster of officials referred to be probed for their alleged involvement in this anomaly. According to the president, several issues made headlines this year, and drastic changes and measures have had to be done to curb decades' worth of corruption.
And I knew that what we were starting would really be disruptive and but we are trying precisely to change the entire system. And when you have to excise a cancer out of such a complicated system, you need to do some very major surgery.
It has been a long year, according to the president. With the country still facing the corruption mess, President Marcos points to the Filipino resiliency as a positive note to end the year. PBBM said that while the Philippines may be bleeding, he is certain that the country will heal very quickly. Ivy Reyes, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines thanks President Marcos for an early Christmas gift, an increase in the base pay of military and uniformed personnel. Marcos announced that all MUP will receive a salary adjustment starting in 2026 under Executive Order number 107, which will be rolled out in 3 tranches through 2028. The AFP says this serves as a significant boost to their morale, and they acknowledge the gesture with humility and deep gratitude. They add that with renewed support, they assure the public that they will stand guard for the safety and security of the country. The Asian Development Bank and the World Bank joined forces to launch its Full Mutual Reliance Framework, or FMRF program. Paolo Barcelon is on the line for us for the details. Hi, Paolo. So what projects will be undertaken through this endeavor, and will the Philippines be part of it?
No word from the ADB and the World Bank if the Philippines will have projects in the pipeline, but World Bank President AJ Banga and ADB President Masato Kanda say 2 projects in Fiji and Tonga will be the first to benefit from the said FMRF program. Under the FMRF, borrowers in World Bank ADB co-finance projects will only need to follow one set of rules, using either the World Bank's or the ADB's policies and procedures. This covers everything from project design and preparation to supervision, completion, and evaluation. Officials say the framework is expected to speed up processes, cut costs, produce better results, and further align the 2 institutions' policies, helping build a more unified multilateral development bank system. World Bank and ADB officials also say projects that will be financed under the FMRF are subject to strong anti-corruption measures, and that borrowing countries should regularly report the status of projects funded or under the program. ADB and World Bank officials also say that a country's GDP level is not a determining factor as to whether or not a country can avail of the FMRF for its projects. Mai.
Thank you, Paolo Barcelon reporting. AC Mobility of the Bilyonaryo Zobel de Ayala family is closing 2025 with a forward-looking announcement. The introduction of its recognition program, AC Momentum, next year. At its year-end celebration last night, Bilyonaryo heir Jaime Alfonso explained that the initiative is designed to put a spotlight on stories, innovations, and change makers driving sustainable mobility in the Philippines.
AC Mobility carries the responsibility not only to build the technology and infrastructure, but also to nurture the cultural momentum that makes sustainable progress possible. More will be announced soon, and when they do, we hope it feels like the beginning of a new chapter. One powered by vision, courage, and the drive to reshape mobility in the Philippines.
AC Mobility remains the Philippine distributor of Chinese EV brand BYD and South Korea's Kia, while also operating several Isuzu dealerships across the country. Market confidence remains fragile amid corruption concerns, heightened by the resignation of Rogelio Singson as ICI Commissioner. On BNC's Business 360, Reyes Tacondong Senior Advisor Jonathan Ravela said, while market fundamentals remain strong, swift action on accountability could help restore investor confidence.
I think the key factor to remember today is that we're having a toothache. So regardless how good the buffet that we're looking at, but when you have a toothache, nothing seems attractive. So until we fix the tooth or we're able to address this accountability issue, the faster we change the person, then definitely we could move on with the accountability.
Up next, we're joined by British-Filipina artist and interior architect Rachel Le Roux. She'll share how she explores the female form and movement in her paintings. This and more when the Daily Dish returns.
Welcome back to the Daily Dish. Joining us today is a British-Filipina artist and interior architect who seamlessly blends the worlds of painting and design.
And she has exhibited around the world, and her pieces are held in private collections globally. Let's welcome Rachel Le Roux. Thank you, Rachel, for coming.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, this is her first TV interview.
Yes. Happy to be your platform.
To be the first. But Rachel, you know, before we talk about your paintings, I want to talk about you. Because what a lot of people don't know, you're an interior architect, you're a mom of two, there's just a lot going on. So let's talk about, who is Rachel Le Roux?
So yes, I wear many hats. I have different roles in my life. I try not to compartmentalize who I am, but I am a creative. And as a mom and a wife and everything, I try and bring that into my life. I do my design halfway through the year. I try and split that up between my art. And a lot of it, I think recently I've just been realizing that I'm an artist by heart. That's really who I am.
Were you born here or did you live abroad?
No, I was born and raised here.
Born and raised
Born
here.
and raised, and then I left at 18, and then I sort of jumped around.
Why'd you leave?
Why'd I leave? I just wanted to see what was out there.
And you moved to London, right?
I moved to Canada first, which was just I don't know.
Just because?
Yeah, just because. And then I came back here again and tried to dabble in the arts then. and then just decided to go to England. I have family there, so I wanted to just build myself up and work.
Okay, did you always have an exposure to art? Were your parents into it? By the way, fun fact I just learned today, if you guys, of course, fly our flag carrier, Rachel's dad is actually the guy there who teaches you to put your seatbelt
he's
on,
the
that
safety
handsome man there. So,
He likes to call himself the pal guy.
the pal guy.
wow.
Yeah.
He's
I
our
love
pal. Okay. So, yeah, was it something that you were exposed to?
Yeah, you know, my parents were really into art anyway, and they had art around the place. But I think as a kid, art was just part of me. And I know it's so cliche, you know, I've been painting all my life, but I really have. And then I took art seriously in high school. I did IB art. And then when I graduated, at that time, it was sort of not the thing that you do your career in. And it was like, oh, what real job can I get?
Right.
And so that's why I did interior design, because in my head it was still also creative. My mom's an interior designer, and so it was something that I could still tackle my creativity in.
You're
But art,
self-taught, correct?
I am self-taught. I did a few night classes in England, but I really was that kid who was on my desk drawing and sketching. And I always did portraits, but then I dabbled into abstracts when I was about 20. I did have an exhibit here, but I wasn't ready for it, and it was a completely different side of me.
I can't even draw stick figures. She's just casually sketching and they look so amazing. I was like, I can't even draw this.
Do you
in
do
my
classes
life.
as well?
I do sip and paints.
I love
You can come to sip and paint.
Oh, we can totally do that.
Okay, Rachel, when it comes to you being an interior designer or an architect, you actually work with your mom,
I
which is
do.
quite interesting because
And
not
yes,
everyone can do that.
Yeah, her mom is here. Her mom is her biggest fan. So hi, mother.
Hi,
She's
Tita.
so cute.
So how is that?
I mean, it's good. Look, we fight, but I think because we dabble different things, like I'm very technical, so I handle all the architectural stuff. I worked for a firm here for a long time, but then when my kids grew up a little bit more, I had to be more present. So then we started running our own business. And it works well. We know how to sort of dance around each other at the right time. And then now she's been my partner in crime at my art fairs as well.
And
so
greatest
she's
fan, like what
really-
Mo
I
said.
know, I love that mother-daughter
Yeah.
duo. But I want to talk about your art because I am so fascinated. I read on your website that you mentioned you have two themes that you typically do, the ladies and your abstract. And you said they are contradictory to you.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well, you know, I've always lived in this, I like to say I've always lived in this duality life, you know, being half Filipino, half British. It was this constant battle between both worlds. And then as an artist, when I decided to take art seriously, it happened over COVID, so I like to say this is my pandemic baby. Because we had to close our business down temporarily, art just became my way of, you know, shutting out everything else that was going on around us. So then at that point, I'm like, well, am I an abstract artist or am I a figurative artist? And I think it's just recently I've realized that I didn't want to label that. So I do play on both. So my abstracts are made from some of my figurative paintings. Well, I'll scrape up the paint, it'll be dried, and then when I want to let go and be less controlled, then I'll do my abstracts. So as you know, I like to say that my figuratives are my serious, controlled side, and my abstract are like, it's the fire that comes out and you can't let her loose.
Love it.
How do you actually find the voice to be able to say, yes, I'm an artist? Because contrary to the fact, a lot of people out there can actually produce and create art, and yet they kind of stop themselves, the little voice in their head that says, I'm not gonna do this, because you actually transcended from that to 2020 and become, yes, I am an artist.
Oh, don't get me wrong, it's hard. It's been a difficult journey because at 40, I'm like, oh, you're going through the changes anyway, and then all of a sudden you think you want to change careers. So it's still, I constantly still ask that, but then because I believe in what I do, and I think that I believe in my work, I think that's what helps me. And the feedback that I've been getting from people and how people connect to my work, I think that's what keeps me going.
And I want to know where you get the inspiration from, because there's actually a series that you've done of yourself.
God, that was the hardest thing.
How come?
Well, you're your own worst critic, right?
Yeah.
And so when I painted myself, we actually did a photo shoot, and I looked at the little things, and you see the imperfections and everything. But it taught me to see things a little bit clearer. When I first started painting women, it was sort of telling my story in faces and bodies that don't belong to me, my story. And then now, as I've evolved and as I've found myself a little bit more, it's really about the women who surrounds me, strength, vulnerability, and how we all shift through different versions of ourselves.
So when you were creating that series of yourself, you said that's the hardest, and I totally agree. We are our own worst critic. What's the one thing you learned about yourself while doing that?
To let go and just let things be, and that I can't really control things, and it is what it is, and I do what I do. That's really it.
And speaking about you do what you do, you actually just recently joined a big art fair.
Yeah.
Tell us about that
Congrats.
experience. An international one, by the way.
Yeah, so it's an art fair called Superfine Art Fair in San Francisco. They've got different venues all over the States, and it's an artist-led fair, and you represent yourself. And you are amongst 150 other artists, and you're pretty much vying for everyone's attention.
Were there other Filipino artists as well?
I was the only one from the Philippines,
Ooh,
but there
thank
were
you for
other.
representing.
I know, it was really fun actually, and there were a lot of Filipinos who came by the booth and said, "Oh, we heard of Filipinas here." But wait, you don't sound Filipina. I'm like, no, but I am. And then there were a lot of Philams, but it was really good, and I think that's where I connected to a lot of women. It just so happened to be Women's Month as well.
Oh, beautiful.
So there were a lot of women there who just stood and connected with me, and we sat and we chatted. Wait, we didn't sit. We were standing for the whole day, but we just really connected. And I thought, okay, well, if I can connect to this many people, then maybe slowly but surely I can connect to more.
No, I love what you're doing. You're bridging the gap with women. And so when women, I feel like women are who mostly buy your paintings, right? When
Yeah.
we look at your paintings, what do you want us to see? What do you want us to, I guess, get out of it?
Well, I think really when I paint, it's nice that people can just feel my story without me telling you my story. That people can look at it and go and say, I see me in that. I really do. And I've had that so many times where they've said, that's me. And they just walk away with it. And I think for me, it's that you can relate to it, that you can feel the movement, you can feel the stillness in the work, and the strength and vulnerability that I put in it.
In line with your message, Rachel, oftentimes people say that art is political. It does send out a message.
Yeah.
It does make a statement. What's yours?
Is that you can be strong and soft at the same time with my work, and that you can be vulnerable and strong, basically. I think that's the only thing I can think of, because that's really what my work is about, is that softness, but that fire too.
Chal is actually wondering, when you do your paintings of other women, do you photograph them beforehand?
Well, it's a mix, right? I've done where it's just been images that I've just played with on Photoshop. My recent series for my show, we actually had a photo shoot. And
So these are real subjects.
some of them are photographs, yeah, and then I just layer Photoshop on top of it and I play around with it. So I do Photoshop digital paintings first, and then I paint it. I can't paint from my imagination.
Okay, so you have to have a guide.
Yeah,
Okay.
my brain doesn't work that way, unless it's
okay.
with abstracts.
Everybody has their own way, right? But Rachel, hold that thought, and Chal as well, because we're going to show her recent series when we come back after the break. We still have so much to learn from our guest, artist Rachel Le Roux. Stay tuned. The Daily Dish will be right back.
with us is British-Filipina artist Rachel Le Roux. Here earlier on, we got to know her. This time around, let's dive into your art.
Because she brought her recent paintings here, and they're so beautiful, guys. Like, can we just
Show some of it here. There's
how
really
realistic.
Exactly.
they are.
There's really something about a woman's body that just captures you right away. So these are some of the paintings that you've made, and recently you said you've been dabbling and falling in love with
Gold leaf.
Gold
I'm
leaf.
obsessed. If I can gold leaf anything and everything, I would. But I
It's a
can't.
beautiful touch, and like you mentioned, like a woman's body is definitely very unique. But like, look at this right here.
The
Every
folds, the
woman
lines.
has this, right?
Yeah.
Like, we instead of being ashamed of it, like we need to embrace it because it's actually so beautiful with a gold leaf beside it.
It's actually so empowering to see this,
Yeah.
Rachel. So can you tell us what inspired you to actually do this whole series on women?
Well, this is sort of an offcut from what I did for San Francisco. And when I did my gold series for San Francisco, well, that one sold out. So I just thought, let me bring it. Yeah, it was amazing. And I think what that was when I developed that series is that it was about how we as women shift through different versions of ourselves in different lives, like in our 20s, in our 30s, in our 40s. And even in our 40s, we still constantly shift. And it's about this thing about becoming. And so I wanted to deep dive into the small details, like how her hand is holding her hair, or how her arms are just going over her head. It's just those little movements and details that all of us as women know that it's just simple.
And you beautifully depict them in the photo. Like, it's amazing. It looks so realistic. How long does it typically take you to create a piece?
Depends with the pencil. Like this will take maybe because I'm a mom, I have to split it all up. So I do it in hours. So
Rachel, I
maybe
just
40
thought
hours.
of something amazing seeing all your art here. Oftentimes when we paint or see drawings of women and their body, it gets objectified, but the way you present it, there's all about being feminine, strength and power, everything that you were talking about. Have you done one for your mom?
No.
With your mom?
Oh, that'd be a great
That would
Christmas
be
gift.
so good. Because I heard you say, women in their 20s, 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
So it's
No, I haven't yet,
all
actually.
Okay, we described your art earlier on my mentioned movement.
Yes.
Okay, what does that mean?
Well, initially when I first started painting women, they were dancers. So I did a lot of ballet dancers, and there was this. I came across this series of photographs. I think it was from the New York Ballet, where you have the dancers. They're in mid-flight or mid-shot, dress up in the air, and it's just that minute where the photographer it's like a stolen second, capturing that emotion and movement, but it's actually still.
A phrase comes into my medias res, in the middle of action, in the middle of motion.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. We actually have more paintings here.
But we're talking about her
Yeah.
other ones that they're so beautiful. If you guys look at her website, like her portrait, you can really see the movement of the fabric. How hard is it to do that in painting?
It's hard, and my fingers they stiffen up because it's really details. But I think with the fabric, it's sort of how it's got this symbiotic relationship with the body. Like if you think of how fabric falls on you, it takes the shape of your body. Right. And so that's what I try and play with. These ones are more on the studies of female form. And so I see that also, that's movement and stillness in one.
I love her storytelling. And actually, Chal, she talked about how she uses the leftover from her figurative paintings to her abstract. So I want to show from this series, she made an abstract painting over there, if we can show it, the very end. The one in the very end, the abstract painting.
So it was actually made from the palette that I used to paint that.
Yeah, the very end
So
one.
from the big one here that we see, the one at the very end, over here is actually, tell us a story.
Yes, there, with a gold leaf.
Yeah, so with this painting that you have next to you, this was actually part of my art fair in London. And so from the remnants of the paint, from the oil paint of that one, I scraped it up, put it aside. I don't like how it dries up, and so I left it. And then just one day I just wanted to paint without thinking. And I mean, look, it's not all from it because the gold leaf is additional. So it's like I embellish.
Yeah.
with.
Do you
with
feel
paint.
relief when you paint abstract? Like
Yeah.
kind of like it's a stress reliever for you?
I mean, it's where I started, and now it's just where I go when I need to just breathe. I mean,
Well,
not that
they're
I don't
beautiful
breathe.
pieces.
I do breathe when I paint as
Yeah.
well. Like, it's still my release, but that is my just letting go.
Yeah. I
What
love
about
it.
your audience? Because we mentioned here that it's mostly women, but you also said that men actually love it. Tell us about that.
So when I first started, one of my biggest collectors was a man, and what he would do is he would buy my paintings and then give it to friends and family, and so I would actually have to go and talk about my art too while I gave it. And then even at the art fair, he bought it for his partner, but it was still a man who came, and so it was interesting to see how men connect to my work as well. I mean, there are some men who just like the look of, they appreciate the female body. That's different.
Yeah.
It's really
Well, what's
interesting.
not to appreciate,
Right.
right?
Well, we're gonna
Right.
do our quick rapid fire with you, Rachel.
Okay.
Are you ready? This
I
is
think
super
so.
fun, super
Okay.
chill. Okay. Oh, this one. Oh, the first one's hard.
Oh.
So let's see how you answer.
Oh, no.
Figurative or abstract?
Ooh,
It's like making you choose from your kids.
I know. Right?
which one's my favorite? Can I say both?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, both.
Okay, next. Studio or outdoor space?
Studio,
Soft fabrics or structured fabrics?
soft.
Oh, we see it in your paintings too. Okay. Painting or architecture?
Oh,
Oh no, Mama's looking at you. She's giving you the eyes.
if I could choose, like one painting.
Are you ready to let go of the business? To
Well, not
go
the
full on,
business, but like,
rather
yeah.
the other creative side, to go full on with
I
painting?
could paint for the rest of my life. if I
Oh,
could.
that's how you know you're doing the right
Oh,
thing.
that's
Yeah.
so sweet. Okay, bold colors or neutrals?
Neutrals.
Actually, how do you go about picking your color palette when you do paintings?
Oh, I like the soft. I like the soft blushes, and I don't like strong bold colors. I
Easier
feel
on
like
the eyes.
Yeah. Plus, I want it to also go with my interiors,
Yeah,
which is quite
actually
neutral.
true.
Okay.
Neutrals are life.
We're not going so rapid because Rachel is so calming.
I
Rachel
know.
is so calming.
We need that
we
energy.
need that calm in our lives right now. Minimalism or maximalism?
Minimalism.
Okay. Who's your favorite artist growing up?
I like Frida Kahlo, who is so different from my work, but I just really
Still
like
another
her.
strong woman
Yeah,
figure,
strong woman,
yes. Oil paint or acrylic?
Oil.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Oh, she's like oil. Oh, okay. Warm tones or cool tones?
Warm.
Oh.
Favorite place you've ever exhibited?
Oh, that's hard. San Francisco, maybe.
Why? Why that
Really?
one?
They were just so welcoming. I feel like there was always conversation, and they were very open to me and accepting.
community of
The community of
artists, yeah.
I love that. Okay, texture or simplicity?
Ooh. Both?
Yeah, you can say both.
Yeah, both.
Both,
I think.
with a gold leaf.
Yeah.
Silence or sound while creating?
Both.
Do you play music when you paint?
Well, sometimes I have Audible on. Sometimes I have Dateline podcasts on.
So it just depends on the mood.
Sometimes music and sometimes silence. Yeah.
Okay. A word that describes your art. That's hard because if you only
Ooh.
pick one word.
Gosh. That's hard. Feminine.
Feminine.
Actually, that's the best word to
Agree, on
describe
point
it.
with that one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Manila or London?
Both. They're both
Best of
home.
both
They're
worlds.
both home. Yeah.
Okay, and female form or the space it occupies?
They sort of intertwine with each other, I think, because we as women occupy our own space. So I think both.
Yeah.
Because they come one or the like. Yeah.
You know, before we let Rachel go, Chal, I'm so excited for her because she has her very first solo exhibit here in Manila, right? In
Congratulations.
January.
In January,
Let's
thank
talk
you.
about that and invite our
Yeah.
viewers to come to that.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about it because it's home and it's really a place where I can say not only do I have the support from family and friends, but it's where I am and it's really who I am. So the exhibit's called Echoes and Conversations, and it's bringing and merging my past with my present. So I'll have a lot of my old pieces, and I'll have maybe 4. If I finish my 5th one, I'll have the 5th one there. new pieces, and it's really to show my journey and my evolution in my art practice.
Please make sure to invite us. We'd love to see it.
Definitely. It's at Fashion Interiors in Makati on January 17. And I'm really excited.
Rachel,
so
maybe
excited.
lastly, to all the budding artists out there, especially the women who just want to be creative and go out there and find courage to do it
and just
in the
do
world,
it.
what's your message to them?
Do I look there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so my message is to keep going. Is that no matter what, you're gonna get many no's, and you just keep going and just keep painting, keep believing in your passion, and things will fall into place.
I love it. Follow your passion.
Yeah.
We love talking to you, Rachel. You're so calm. Like, you can start a podcast. I can just listen to her all day. Like, I feel like painting to her. As if naman
Rachel,
napapaint.
thank you so much for being here
Thank
and
you for having
sharing
me.
your art and creativity
Thank
as
you.
well with all of
Thank
us.
you so much.
We love having you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was artist Rachel Le Roux. Now we've got more stories.
From around the world, plus the latest in sports and entertainment after the break. The Daily Dish will be right back.
This is my daily dish. My daily dish.
And we're back on the Daily Dish. We begin world news in the UK, where the royals lead out the festive greeting, hosting Germany's president at a glittering state banquet. In welcoming President Frank-Walter Steinmeier at Windsor Castle, King Charles celebrated the special friendship between Britain and Germany. The two leaders highlighted their country's support for Ukraine and shared reflections on past conflicts that strengthened their ties. The banquet marked the first state visit by a German president to Britain in nearly 30 years. Parents in Sydney have expressed support for Australia's new social media ban for teens as Meta begins blocking Facebook and Instagram accounts for users under 16. Teenagers received notifications warning their accounts would be shut down, with the ban set to take full effect by December 10. The law requires platforms to take reasonable steps to block minors, with fines up to $32 million for violations.
I think it's fantastic. As a mum of two teenage girls, I'm really pleased with the initiative of the Australian government, and I think it's wonderful that they're a world leader in this.
The Australian ban is being watched globally as other countries consider similar age restrictions, potentially setting a precedent for how U.S. tech giants balance child safety with digital access. Big news in Los Angeles related to the death of Matthew Perry. The doctor who supplied the drug ketamine to the Friends star in the weeks leading up to his overdose was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. The 44-year-old Santa Monica physician, Salvador Plasencia, had already surrendered his medical license back in September. In July, he pleaded guilty to 4 felony counts of ketamine distribution. An autopsy showed this contributed to the actor's death in October 2023. His family called the case tragic, while Plasencia's mother expressed remorse after the sentencing.
It could be worse, but thank you, God. Thank you, the judge. Thank you, everybody. And I'm sorry, all the family or Matthew Perry. I'm sorry. And my son, he says sorry. I know his heart. We all make mistakes. Where the mistake? How did everything started? I don't know, but I love my son.
The De La Salle Green Archers just blew the Final Four wide open in the UAAP men's basketball, taking down top-seeded NU 87-77. With Kian Baclaan back from an MCL injury and EJ Golyena returning from suspension, the Green Archers finally had their complete roster. Saturday is now win or go home game. Meanwhile, Terrence Fortea sent up back to the finals, lifted the Fighting Maroons to an 82-81 thriller over UST. The win seals UP's 5th straight finals appearance and their 6th in the last 7 seasons. Now in Greece, the Olympic flame is lit in Athens, Acropolis, for the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Games. The flame will be handed to Italian organizers to begin a months-long relay through 60 cities and 300 towns, carried by 10,001 torchbearers. The flame is expected to arrive before in Cortina d'Ampezzo on January 26, marking 70 years since the 1956 Winter Games opened there. The relay will end in Milan, entering San Siro Stadium for the February 6 opening ceremony.
Looks like Miss Universe drama has no plans of clocking out. Miss Grand International President Nawat Itzharagrasil has now filed a criminal complaint against newly crowned Miss Universe 2025 Fatima Bosch, accusing her of, quote, repeated defamatory statements against him. In a police report posted online, Nawat claims Bosch publicly spread false statements that damage his reputation both in Thailand and internationally. The feud traces back to the viral moment when Nawat confronted Bosch for skipping a sponsored shoot, an exchange that ended with her dramatic walkout. MGI insists Bosch misquoted Nawat. Contrary to her claims, they said he never called her dumbhead. Audio from the room allegedly shows he only said the word damage while issuing a warning. MGI adds that even after Bosch learned the real facts, she never apologized and instead doubled down with more accusations in interviews. And while that crown clash is keeping the international stage buzzing, we're rolling out a different kind of red carpet back here at home. The Metro Manila Film Festival is kicking off its 51st edition of Parade with Stars taking over Makati on December 19th. This year's parade will spotlight the floats and celebrity cast of all 8 official entries. Those are Reconnect, Manila's Finest, Call Me Mother, Shake, Rattle and Roll, Evil Origins, I'm Perfect, Love You So Bad, Unmarried, and Bar Boys After School. With the theme A New Era for Philippine Cinema, MMDA and MFFF, Chairman Attorney Don Arte says he's gearing up for another unforgettable celebration. The parade is expected to run for almost 2 hours, packing with stars, floats, and the full festival experience. Don't go away, The Daily Dish will be right back.
Prima ballerina Lisa Macuha Eliazalde continues to share her passion for dancing. I had the chance to join one of her adult ballet classes. Let's watch this. Today at The Daily Dish, we are serving you the joy of dancing and giving a lot of grace. And I'm talking about my adult ballet class here at the Lisa Makua School of Ballet. So ladies and some of the gentlemen out there, come and join me. I'm beyond overjoyed to have next to me the prima ballerina of the Philippines, Miss Lisa Makua. Yay! Thank you so much for making time for us.
Thank you.
And thank you for allowing me to learn a few moves for intermediate class.
Intermediate, yes.
Every little girl, as I was telling you, kind of passed through ballet one way or another in their lives. For me, it was like 5 years old and then, you know, it ends. But this adult ballet, has this always been around?
Actually, the trend to do ballet class as a form of exercise by adults who may have done ballet in the past when they were younger or who are complete beginners, it became really popular, I think, after the pandemic. Because during the pandemic, there was a lot of ballet classes online that you could do. And then after things started opening up, the adult ballet classes got really popular.
What are the other benefits?
Dancing to music is said to be the best form of exercise. Why? Because it exercises the right side of the brain and the left side of the brain together, so it prevents Alzheimer's, and it's very good for memory.
The coordination as well.
It teaches you to coordinate.
Yes.
It's a very social activity, so you make friends.
Yes, I make friends.
Yeah, you make friends. And also dancing to music, it's never boring because it's not repetition of the same, like, you know, pull-ups or sit-ups or whatever. It's like stringing together steps and putting it to music and basically dancing and expressing. And it's the total workout because you use everything. You use your core, you use your leg muscles, your back muscles, your thighs, and it gives you really good posture. Turn it out.
Aside from the health benefits, I really feel a bit healthier when I do it because I do it 4 times a week. So
yeah, you really feel
you feel the toning.
The toning in the arms. But that's not just why I think most of you guys do it. Some of you said just to calm yourselves down. It's your moment for yourself.
Emotionally, it's really good because when you're dancing, you feel like you could express something na hindi mo na-express through your words, and then when we start doing more big combos in center, which is what we did without the bar. That's when you start feeling like a real ballerina. You start doing combinations that, oh, I could do this pala, and it's like that sense of accomplishment that you get after being able to accomplish big moves that you thought you couldn't do.
For the School of Ballet, what is the age range of people coming in to learn adult ballet?
Adult ballet, we have 15-year-olds that are like complete beginners to 7. I think I had a student here that was 72.
72.
Yes.
It's never too late. It's never too late.
So there's no age range,
so there's
really.
no age limit to actually learn this.
No, there's no age limit. If you're a beginner, we do put you in adult ballet beginners. What you did today was adult ballet intermediate. That's why I was very careful.
Intermediate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was very careful, and there's also adult ballet advanced. I always want to create this image. Your arms in second position are like that of a steel bar for a tightrope walker.
And you do know you're making dreams come true.
Yeah.
No, seriously, because I was talking to the other girls and I would ask them, what made you try ballet again and how old they were? And most of them said that, you know, they did it, one said to challenge herself. The other one said that it's always been a dream and now she gets to go back.
Yeah.
So are these the common things that you hear why they try it?
Yes, and you know, there's some just really do it to engage their bodies in a physical activity that is entertaining, it's fun, and it's challenging as well, but it also touches on your creative side. So you have to learn coordination, you have to be musical, and it's a form of expression as well. And my adult ballet dancers here also have the option to join us in our school recitals, and so they get to perform.
There are recitals?
Yes, they get to perform on stage as well.
Oh, thank you for doing this. I think, a lot of women, not just growing up having a dream that I want to become a ballerina like Lisa Makua, because during my time, it was always you, like Lisa Makua, and we now get to try it at any age. Can you invite everyone to drop by? How could they learn more and actually do it and experience what I just experienced?
Yes, please come to the Lisa Makua School of Ballet and try an adult ballet class. All the information is in our website, so www.balletmanila.com.ph. Click the tab Lisa Makua School of Ballet, and the whole schedule is there. We also have online options, so you can actually take a ballet class in the comfort of your own home through our online hybrid classes. Come and experience it, whether you are 6 or 60. Please try and come and experience a ballet class, because it's a lot of fun, it's good for you, and you get to move, tone your body, and dance, and just keep on dancing through life.
I love that. Thank you so much. I still can't believe I'm next to the Lisa Makua. Thank you so much. It was such a dream come true.
Thank you. Ciao, ballet looks good on you. Now, Kia Philippines of the Bilyonaryo Zobel de Ayala family keeps its momentum despite a tough economic climate. And at the Kia Movement Drive, their lineup of vehicles takes center stage. Our mobility correspondent G. Baroga gives us the highlights.
Running a business or simply going to work, everybody needs to be mobile right now. I think mobility is still the main driver of building an economy. So I think mobility is here to stay.
That's Kia Philippines Managing Director Jay Lopez sharing his thoughts amid everything happening around the country. He adds that Kia is focused on making their vehicles better, more efficient, and more earth-friendly. And the numbers back it up. According to the Chamber of Automotive Manufacturers of the Philippines, Kia's sales jumped 31% from January to October. A big part of that growth is the Kia Sonet, still the brand's top performer in the Philippines.
Sonet remains to be our superstar for the moment, and at the same time we're very happy, consumers loving it, and I think we're not stopping there. We're trying to make it more relevant.
That's why Kia rolled out the Sonet K-Style Edition. Inspired by the brand's Korean heritage and design philosophy, it keeps all the familiar features and tech, but gets a refreshed, more stylish exterior.
Kia Philippines says it continues to be one of the fastest growing car brands in the country. And to showcase all of that, they brought us to a drive up north to experience their lineup of vehicles that have different powertrains. From their best-selling model Sonet to the hybrid Sorento SUV and Carnival MPV and the all-electric EV9.
From Manila, we cruised to San Juan, La Union, dropped by Paway in Ilocos Norte, spent the night in Pagudpud at the tip of Luzon, then rolled out again through Lawag. They call this the Kia Movement Drive.
It's a unique experience where every driving moment, there's we can really look into sharing the cars, the advantage, even road situation, movements.
And here's good news for EV owners worried about going this far north. AC Mobility's charging station at the Agua Grande Mini Hydropower Plant in Pagudpud is fully operational. It has 2 DC fast chargers delivering up to 120 kilowatts in just 45 minutes. For BNC Mobility, G. Baroga, Ilocos Norte.
Welcome back. Tomorrow on The Daily Dish, we speak with Editor-in-Chief at L'Officiel Philippines, Loris Peña, and the love team of Rabin Angeles and Angela Muji. Catch those conversations live at noon only here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
And guys, Christmas is literally creeping up. How many more days?
Ta-da!
21! Wow!
21 days is coming in fast. Okay, better get ready. That's it for us today. Thursday, December 4. Join us again tomorrow for more Real Talk.
A lot of spilled tea.
With Zero Filter, I'm Monique Tuzon. Anytime is a good time because it's always more fun with us.
I'm Ferdi Salvador, always on top of the news and stories that matter most.
I'm Chal Lontoc. Stay tuned always to the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Thanks for making us your lunchtime companion. I'm Mai Rodriguez. That's a daily dish served.
21